my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to day 18 of Inktober 2022. Today's tangle is called Slowpoke, and it was created by Letourneau, who was also a CZT. So I'm starting out on just a piece of copy paper. It's a calendar I printed from my Facebook page. You can find it on my page called Let's Tangle. So I'm doing just the basic tangle on here, and then I move to a larger piece of mixed media art paper where I'm adding them all together, and it's looking kind of fun. Okay, so for day 18, I'm starting with a Micron 01 pen. And Slowpoke is a good one to just remind us to slow down and enjoy the process. So we start by doing 2 parallel lines. I'm just making mine go diagonal, so I've got room to play a little bit. And then we aura each one to create a border. I'm sorry, that's going blurry. Let me fix that. Okay. And then in between these 2 lines, we add a wavy line. And now we're doing some curlicues. So to start my curlicues, I'm going to start at the bottom end here. And I want my curlicue to go up and touch the border, and then I want it to curl down and touch the wave. So I'm going to go up, touch the border, down and touch the wave, and then it's up to you how much you want to put inside. My next little spiral is going to start down in this corner here, and I go up again, touch the top, come down and touch the wave. And your spirals will naturally just be larger and smaller based on where that part of your wave is. This next one, I've already run out of room. I'm going to imagine it touching down here and spiraling that way. And now we go the opposite way to come back. So I start over here on the top instead of the bottom, bump up, go down, touch that wave, and curlicue out. So for that next one, I'm going to start in that top corner again, bump up, come down, touch that wave, and curl. And I love how this forces us to make different sizes of spirals. It's so pretty. All right, and then the next thing she does is she takes each of these little triangle shapes that are left over and adds the biggest orb she can make, which means some of them are going to be small, some of them are going to be large. And then just ink in that extra space. And that is Slowpoke. Hopefully as you're making this, you're already thinking of variations and things that you could do with it. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to switch over to my larger piece of paper. And I'll zoom out so you can see how this is looking. Let's see, get the whole thing in here maybe. Okay, so there's 17 days worth, all smushed in together. And so today we're going to try to add Slowpoke in here. And I'm going to switch to a Micron PN plastic nib pen because it's thicker. And because it has that beautiful border edge, I'm going to put it up here on this border. I'm going to turn my paper around. And I'm going to zoom in so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Here we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this border edge here as my first border, and then I'm going to aura it. I'll go a little further. And then my second one I'm going to do right alongside it and aura that as well. Now I need to put in that border, or not the border, the wave. And that wave can be, it does not have to be even, it can be short waves, long waves, whatever you'd like. And I'm going to go ahead and start here, even though my very first spot is going to be going behind. But I'm going to imagine coming up through here, coming down, touching that wave, and making that curly Q. And I start in that bottom little nook there where it tucked in. Touch the top, touch the wave, and curly Q. I really love making spirals. Especially when they don't have to all look exactly alike. I'm going to do one more in here. Like that. And I'm not sure why I made this go out further, but we'll just go ahead and play with that. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to come in and curve up and around. Or I could flip my paper over, and it would be the same motion that I did here, but I'm just going to let my brain try to figure it out backwards. So I always tuck in on the wave. Start that little tuck in, come up, and curl. It's so pretty. I feel like even if we mess this one up, it'll look beautiful, because spirals just always look pretty. Okay, so she did those little orbs. So I'm going to go ahead and put orbs on one side. Remember, you're just filling in the biggest orb you can, and then inking in the extra space around it. If you want a little accent, you can add a little, like a little sparkle on those. You can round it out a little bit. Okay. Now, as a variation, I wanted to show you. On the opposite side, instead of doing orbs, I'm just going to show you I could do little triangles, and I could either fill in the triangle part or that outside part. So I'm going to fill in this outside part and leave a little white triangle in there. So any of these tangles can be changed. They encourage you to change them, play with them, add different little flares to each one. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's so cute. So now I've got these little ends here. Try to figure out what to do with them. I think I'm going to take this end here and just come down to the spiral. And then just for fun, I'm going to aura each of these. Just made that up right now, but it kind of looks like it ends in a little leaf shape. Then I'm going to aura this whole shape here because why not? And then down here, just to end this one, I think I'll just do a curlicue, just so that's got a little end to it. Another variation is, if you would like, you can put something on that border. So you can do little lines, you could do little tiny orbs. Whatever you would like. Maybe down here I'll do orbs. Another variation I played with was not putting in the initial border. I'll finish that part up later. So let me go, I'll just kind of go over here to a spot and just putting in a wave and then doing those spirals. And basically just doing it without a border. And then I'm going to keep the spirals the same direction, which means I'm going to, instead of switching sides and switching the direction, I'm going to start back over here in the bottom and do the same way, which kind of gives the illusion that they're hearts. So that's just kind of a pretty little filler tangle, and I'm going to aura that. So using that same idea of a wave and curlicues, but changing it up. And whenever I have these spaces in between tangles, a couple of things I do is I either add an orb, or I aura it, or I ink it in. And I'm going to go ahead and just ink these in. And that way it's connected to the previous tangle. And it looks like I meant to make it go that far away. Does that make sense? All right, kind of fun. I hope you enjoyed that. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.